Hello, it is Brian, and welcome to somewhere that is probably both strangely familiar and strangely different. You may recognize this, you almost certainly recognize this if you've been with the channel for a while, as the Season 4 Exploration and Tactics world. Got Babby, the boating bridge over here, we got the Words with Friends board up here, got my little village home and all kinds of things going on. But you may notice that the graphics look kind of weird. And that is because if I hit F3, you will see that I am in the snapshot. 13W38C is the current snapshot that's going on. And I have been fooling around with the snapshot a little bit. I haven't done anything with like new worlds to check out the new biomes and stuff like that, because I want to do that on camera and have the fun of exploring them together with you guys. But I have been doing some other testing inside the snapshot, both to, well, one is just kind of like check out, like, reeds look different now. They have, I don't know, like a deeper green color or something, and then like the farther away you get from them, like they end up like rendering differently. I guess there's like a lot of like new rendering engine stuff in the snapshot from what I understand. So yeah, checking out a few minor things like that, but also playing around with some redstone contraptions, and they have some new stuff with the achievement system and scoreboard. You guys know that I've used this scoreboard a bit lately. Oh, that's cool. There's like particle effects when you like fall and land on something. All of a sudden there's like this little splashy bit of coming out of the sandstone. Does it do that in like a different color if I land on a different color block? Ooh, and the music. The options, right, the options are all laid out differently. Music, and it keeps changing around. We can have some music in the background, that's okay. Actually, no, I'm going to turn the music off. It'll be a distraction from what I'm trying to do. So many things to play around with. But in any case, I've been exploring with the redstone and the new achievement and scoreboard kind of stuff, just because there's some cool things there where you can keep track of how many blocks a person mines, or how many tools they use up, or different things as part of like the achievement and scoreboard system. And it seems like there's some fun things to do with that. And then I've also been playing around with some redstone. I think I've shown some of these bits on camera before, and so some of this will be familiar. Yeah, I think I'll get far enough away that we don't have to listen to that. But I think when 1.5 and redstone blocks like first came around, like I ended up building something like this, just because it's fun. And yeah, I was doing some more experiments. I can't remember if I showed this thing before. It's also not totally built, and then there's some things that I need to add. Let me go take a look at a reference design, and then I'll show you something really unexpected that happens with another redstone device I've got over here. So I'll be right back. Alright, well briefly, if I put a piston right over here, facing this way, this is just another cool kind of like 4-cycle machine as opposed to the one that's over there that kind of like goes a little bit slower. And I think I might have shown this before. And this one, that's not a design of mine. That's a design that I found someone else had on Reddit, and I was originally trying to see if I could build a machine just out of like redstone blocks and pistons, so that you'd have like a whole machine that would go kind of flying across the world. Oh, that's right. I remember this is from Etho's little challenge about how to build the water like this. That was fun. But then there's a modification to this thing that I found, but I have to precisely lay out the redstone kind of exactly right. I think I'm probably going to have to actually go look at a diagram for something, so I'll be back in just a second. Alright, I think I've almost got it. There's all this random redstone, except for this one actually needs to be here. It almost looks like just kind of like little blood stains on the ground or something. It's really crazy. Alright, but then if I put this here, this will kind of run the same again. And then if I replace this with redstone and put a piece of redstone dust, oops, on the top here, such that that lights up, it's still the case that this machine, let me get a little farther away, it's still the case that this machine kind of runs the same way, and it's not the case that any of these little redstone dots on the ground are acting any different. However, the thing that it does that's completely unexpected is this. Witches! Witches are spawning everywhere. Well, there's a spider over there, I guess. But there's witches all through the desert over here. And, yeah, it's really crazy. There's just witches spawning. Okay, there's creepers and things. So they only seem to be spawning in some vicinity of this crazy contraption over here. But yeah, I still don't quite understand the mechanics of that. But apparently this thing has summoned witches. It almost looks like a witch's face with like eyes and a mouth and something. It's pretty crazy. So that's something pretty cool I wanted to show off. Well, yes, of course it's a trick. The question is, how did I do it? There aren't any command blocks here. I'm not using the summon command. I don't have any witch spawners. But I am a clever guy, and so I'll be curious to see if anybody can guess kind of what's going on here. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, if you want to see someone else who does crazy, unexpected things in Minecraft, if you haven't already checked out Seth Bling, I would definitely suggest checking him out because he does all kinds of cool stuff. And just recently, he had a map called The Building Game that's kind of like a Minecraft party game that seems like it would be a lot of fun to play. And he makes other cool maps and does crazy things with redstone. And so be sure to check out Seth Bling as well. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon with my witch army that I have summoned. Oh, this is going to be fun.